Meantime, President Biden today met in San Francisco with the widow and daughter of the late Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny, who died last week. The Kremlin is criticizing the president after he called Vladimir Putin, quote, an SOB at a fundraiser. Quote, it debases those who use such vocabulary, a spokesperson for the Kremlin said, adding the remark was, quote, probably some kind of attempt to look like a Hollywood cowboy. Joining us now from California, the Democratic Congressman Brad Sherman, a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee. Congressman, thank you for being back here on the Hill. Appreciate the time. We are now learning Reuters is reporting 500 targets, sanctioned targets tomorrow against Russia will be announced. Appropriate?
Appropriate, not only for Navalny, but the invasion of Ukraine. I'm surprised we hadn't taken out all the targets to begin with.
Okay. What do you make of the president saying what he did, of Vladimir Putin putting it the way that he did?
Perhaps appropriate for the campaign trail, not appropriate for a diplomatic discussion. He's communicating with the American people, and that's the way the American people ought to see it. That's the way they communicate the reality.
Speaking of the campaign, southern border, the president could be taking measures that Democrats are none too thrilled with, making it harder to apply for asylum, easier to deport illegal immigrants. Is that a campaign move for the president at this point in time, or do you think it's the right move given what we're seeing at the southern border?
The right move would be the bipartisan bill out of the Senate and to pass that as it was originally designed, with Ukraine aid, with Israel aid, with humanitarian assistance. That combination should appeal to both Democrats and Republicans. What is so odd is that Trump is, as he always says, the quiet part out loud. He says he's trying to sabotage the country and sabotage efforts to control the border in order to enhance his likelihood of winning in November.
Okay. Capital One and Discover, Congressman, there are two major credit cards that could potentially merge in a $35 billion deal. Already, some Democrats, even some Republicans, are calling on the Biden administration to stop that deal. The DOJ get involved, exit out. Where do you stand on this?
We certainly shouldn't rubber stamp this deal. We've got to look at it very carefully. I would generally be opposed to a merger that would create the fifth largest bank. The onus is on those putting forward the merger to explain what they're going to do with the Discover card, which is kind of the run to the credit card business. Are they going to turn it into a real competitor with Visa and MasterCard to undermine that duopoly and bring some real competition? Or are they going to kill the Discover card and just move everybody from Discover over to Visa or MasterCard?
We spoke to the Points guy yesterday here on the show, and they actually said, and they know the credit card industry inside and out. Here's what one of the folks over there at the Points guy told us. I'll get your reaction on the other side.
I don't think it's anything to fear from a consumer point of view. In fact, if this deal goes through, you would have another major processor of credit cards available to consumers. It could lead to more competition for Visa and MasterCard. That could be a good thing for consumers.
A win for consumers, he says. Why not let it go through then?
Could be. We do not know what the plan for the combined entity is. Is it to kill Discover, or is it to somehow beef up Discover to the point where it becomes a real challenge to the duopoly? Absent a real plan for this to help consumers, one just sees this as another giant bank merger, creating the fifth largest bank in the country with just hurting competition, both from the merchant side and from the consumer side.
Congressman Brad Sherman, we'll leave it there. Appreciate the time, sir. Congressman from California. Thank you.